On today's show, this grandmother won't sew quilts. Darla Fisher dreams of white-tailed deer, big ones. A Northwoods bird hunt leads to one of America's largest collections of ruffed grouse carvings.
This is amazing.
And an all aboard for deer camp. We discover a camp cabin that's right on track.
Into the Caboose camp.
Minnesota Bound, presented by Connecticut Water Treatment Systems.
Hi everybody, Bill, Millie and I welcome you to Minnesota Bound.
Up first today, Ron Shera introduces you to a great grandmother. Her name is Darla Fisher and she's 84 years old and she's still playing in the woods.
A hunter with a real passion for whitetails.
It's a blustery November day in western Wisconsin. But for this great-grandmother,
this is the way we do it.
it's the perfect day.
Okay, good luck. Good luck. We have to be very quiet, and we can't move very much.
When Wisconsin's deer season opens, a deer stand is where you'll find 84-year-old Darla Fisher.
She heard it. They'll be back. They go around and then they'll be back. Well, my sons and husband hunted. And at that time, I had other things on my plate, but then I have a son with disabilities, and I went hunting with him for several years, and I thought, wait a minute, I can do this.
That was back in 2013. Darla is now an avid deer hunter who takes her quest for big bucks seriously, and her aim.
We'll see where we got it.
Where were you shooting?
Right black.
Oh, that's a great shot, Mom. Look at that.
She's a very good shot. I wish I would have got a little more of that, I think.
Oh, you're a good shot.
I am, but you're a great shot.
Well,
Yeah.
I am really lucky. Okay.
I never in my wildest dreams would have thought that she was going to turn into a deer hunter that she has.
I love the outdoors. I love the nature. I love the seasons. I love big bucks.
In 2017, she bagged her first bragging buck, a 10-pointer.
I shot once and he dropped, just like that. I must have been a hard shot.
But the second buck of her dreams was a trophy she nicknamed COVID.
I mean, I couldn't believe it. He stops like 25, 30 yards away. And I thought, oh my God, I gotta shoot. I happened to be in the right place at the right time.
She's relentless at whatever she starts doing. COVID probably really didn't have much of a chance.
Without the village, I couldn't do this.
Darla's hunting passion goes beyond the deer season. Her friends and family, one of whom specializes in planting food plots, have helped her transform her 80 acres of woodland and prairie into a wildlife haven.
I said, Darla, how many deer do you want? She goes, as many as I can get.
We planted 3 or 4 new apple trees this year.
I call her at 4:30 in the morning, Darla, you ready to go? And she goes, yep.
She's not letting age slow her down at all.
On this November day, however, it's all about second chances.
There's one that she did have a chance at this year, and the shot was just a little high. We tracked him, but he's still alive, and we're hoping that we get another chance at him, and we're actually calling him second chance.
Turns out, days after our cameras were gone, Darla bagged her second chance.
I hope to pass along the love of nature and being a good steward of the land and being a good hunter, being kind, and just to keep on learning.
She doesn't even think about her age. She just keeps on going like any of us would, I guess. You just keep on going. So she's really a great inspiration.
It's a pioneering spirit. It's relentless. I've never met anyone like her in my life.
Minnesota Bound is brought to you by Connecticut Water Treatment Systems, Strike Master, Ice Castle Fish House and RV, and by the Florida Keys and Key West.
Up next, Travis Frank meets a bird hunter who takes the king of the woods and turns it into the king of his home.
When fall colors peak, Tom Elmer heads to the forest.
Where do you want to go here?
Well, there's a little trail off here to the right that I didn't walk yesterday, so.
Tom loves to hunt for a bird nicknamed the King.
This is definitely my passion. Shot my first bird when I was 10 and been grouse hunting ever since.
It's the challenge to find and then hit a grouse that ultimately keeps him coming back.
The thrill of the chase, I guess.
Daisy's on point. 60 yards to our east. Right here, it's a grouse. It's running. You ready, Tom?
Yep.
It's right in front of me.
Oh. It went down.
Yeah, it went down right up here.
They're not easy birds to hunt. It's very rewarding when you get one or two.
Sometimes it's rewarding just to see them, let alone to get a shot.
I think there's a bird right in front of her. Oh, grouse! No bird, whoa! Oh, there goes another one. Oh.
There's two in here?
Yeah, there was a grouse right here.
I saw the one.
Oh, clean miss. Tell me you got it.
No.
Oh, why do grouse always win? There's a lot of birds in here.
You picked a good spot. It's a challenge of the chase.
You like the challenge and why?
Love it, love it. It's just something new every day.
That's why they're nicknamed the King.
I think she's staring at it. What was it?
It was a grouse.
Oh, did it get up right in front of you?
It got up kind of behind me. They're the toughest bird to hunt. They're fast. You're never in position when you want to be. They win more than we do.
Tom doesn't mind leaving empty-handed. After all, he already has America's largest collection of grouse in his house.
Self-proclaimed, I think I do.
This is amazing. Holy cow. How long did it take you to collect all this?
I've been collecting them for years, 25 years maybe. I didn't do it to have the most in the country, but I just keep finding unique ones.
Tom's the king of collecting rough grouse carvings.
People call it crazy, but for me, it's a passion. It truly is. The first grouse, where I started my collection.
That is a beautiful carving.
Yeah, I've got probably 130 plus. Some are well-known artists that have carved them, and some are just people that have done one and done, and I don't know, they're all unique to me. Ruffed Grouse by John Dickens. And it was done in 1998. They're all different colors, they're all different sizes, they're all different qualities.
And they all come with different stories.
My aunt, she actually hand painted this. It's all welded, it's all metal. There's silverware for the fan. You can see blades, you can see gears, you can see wrenches. It's one of a kind.
Just like this collection.
I'm part of Ruffed Grouse Society, and I've never seen pictures of a collection like this before or anything. So self-proclaimed, I truly believe I have the largest grouse collection in the United States.
It's a growing collection that began long ago after a walk in the forest.
And when you do get that one and you can fan it out and take pictures of it, and it's all worth the miles I put in.
For Tom Elmer, a bird in hand would simply be just a bonus.
There goes Ruffed Grouse. Another grouse wins.
Still ahead, a story all about the spot where the arcade meets the fall woods. But first, we discover a deer camp cabin that would make Casey Jones proud.
Closed captioning provided by Star Bank.
Not long ago, I was driving in northern Minnesota and got a little bit off track. Found myself on a side road where I saw the most unusual cabin in the woods. So I dropped a card in the front door and voila, this next story.
Every November, like clockwork, life in the North Woods slows to a near frosty halt. Just about that time, Bill Rogers shows up.
Pretty frosty. Try to go out to Grandpa's old stand.
So does the rest of the family. To the Rogers, November deer camp is a holiday. Bill celebrates his way
quite unique
in his deer stand.
All enclosed with the windows and doors.
Up in a cushy old chair,
Sit here a lot.
Bill holds down the fort.
I actually built this one down in Bohemia. Then we put it together in pieces and we brought it up here.
Turns out the deer stand isn't the family's only curious build.
Hey, welcome to the Caboose camp. Let me show you around.
Back in camp, a quick peek outside, and this story suddenly rolls out of the station.
It was pretty unique. That's one of the cool things about it. You just don't see things like this anywhere.
The one that's off on the left here was actually like a boxcar type of a caboose. Burlington Northern used those for quite a few years also.
To understand the Rogers story is to go back in time to the old black and whites.
This was like in 1967.
Way back in the 1950s, the Rogers camp sat in the woods. Nothing more than a roughed-in tar paper shack.
That's back with the old camp on the other side. You got a nice big buck.
They needed new digs, so Grandpa and the uncles talked to friends who worked the railroad.
At that time, I think they paid $400.
They found a deal.
For the first main original caboose that's here. And that was $200 to buy it and $200 to have it shipped from Northholm over to here.
Two sons wanted even more space in camp.
And they paid $178 for the caboose with the cupola system on it. And in 1969 they bought these cabooses and put them in here, and we thought we were in the Taj Mahal.
It was awesome because the tar paper shack was horrible to sleep in. It was hot.
Nowadays, life in Caboose camp rolls along.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Off he goes.
The good stuff.
This is Gary's concoction.
Hot food on the table.
And it was a dry year, so they were all along the creek.
Memories still made every day.
It's meant a lot to all of us over the years. You know, growing up, it's the way that we bonded personally with our dad.
The cupola area is what was kind of neat to us when we were kids. That's where we got to stay. You know, we all got shoved back in here, a quiet place for us.
They could still hear the buzz of life out in the main caboose.
We could listen to the stories that were going on down below at nighttime.
A life documented on the camp's old white board.
Kind of our wall of fame, you might say.
Notes on all the camp guests, all the deer harvested, who's come, who's gone.
But this is something that's very nostalgic to us because we've got it going back to the original camp.
The camp sits full of old memories. Just look around.
My uncle actually found it in a dump. And he thought every deer camp has to have a a large amount.
Even the old outhouse found a place inside.
That is the burning of the outhouse. And we thought it was a ritual just to burn them and get rid of them.
So that's the story from one of Minnesota's most unusual camps.
It's my dad and my uncles that put this together.
A deer camp started by old-timers.
And it was quite a cool thing for them to do for us kids.
And still right on track.
This is going to be something for our children and grandchildren. It's here forever as far as we're concerned.
Straight ahead, deer hunting leads to a big change for arcade games.
Minnesota Bound is brought to you by Heat Hog, Radco Truck Accessories, and by Totem Resorts, the premier destination for world-class fishing.
Today's Minnesota Bound Classic takes us all the way back to Y2K. Now, do you remember when everything electronic was supposed to glitch?
Well, everything electronic did not glitch, but the electronics led Ron Shera to a most curious indoor hunt.
Well, it sounds like deer hunting, sort of. And it even kind of looks like deer hunting.
What you see here is the hunter's view.
As you stalk through a computerized version of a forest.
Here are the hunting areas. Let's go to Arkansas.
Now, if you know what you're looking for...
All right, we're just moving around looking for some scrapes, rubs, beds. Slide a little bit into the open and hunt. And we can also use a call. And actually, I think we have one back in the distance. There he is coming in. See how big he is.
Looks like at least 4 points.
Oh dear, it's a big buck all right, in more ways than one.
Well, we're closing in on 1 million copies with Deer Hunter, which is pretty unprecedented in the PC business. If that was a record, you know, it'd be double or triple platinum right now.
Suddenly last year, all kinds of computer hunters were coming out of the woods, making Deer Hunter the #1 computer game in the country.
It just kind of took off. It took on a life of its own, and since then it's been, you know, trying to keep up with the demand. I think what we hit on is that we found something that people have an interest in doing on the computer that they also have an interest in doing in real life.
Nice shooting. I'd probably do better blindfolded.
Indeed, the dimension of realism came from practical experience.
I'm sort of their reality check. I'm the person who actually goes out in the woods.
The success of Deer Hunter has led to more outdoor skill games by GT, including fishing for bass, calling wild turkeys, and a new 3D version of deer hunting.
What that will do is take the hunting games to a whole new level. It'll be a 3D game. You'll actually be stalking the deer and sidestepping around trees, jumping over logs. It'll just be a very realistic experience.
In other words, this is a game more about hunting than shooting.
I'm making sure that the game is real and it gives you an experience that you'd have if you were out in the woods or out on the water.
Remember that trophy buck?
That's a nice looking buck.
Just the sight is enough to make any hunter nervous.
And the weapons will wobble a little bit.
But play the hunting game right and...
We'll just wait till we can get a chest shot.
Finally got one.
And that's my deer for the day.
A trophy deer for the wall for less than $20. That's a hunter's bargain, but only on computer.
Love that game. You still see those around every once in a while.
Yeah, and the Shirk boys love pouring our hard-earned money into them.
A lot of quarters.
That's right.
Well, that about does it for us. We'll see you back here next week.
In the meantime, remember to introduce a kid to the great outdoors. Right, Millie?
Transportation provided by Premier Transportation. Call 1-800-899-7433. To get more Minnesota Bound, including full episodes, go to mnbound.com. And to follow our latest adventures, like us on Facebook.